Oh my goodness, hi!
Hello.
Guess who's back?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone!
I never left. I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, Jen's been awesome. She never left. She's been
I
good
don't
this whole
take
time.
vacation.
There's a new guy? Yeah, I'm the new guy. I'm now new guy Jordan.
New guy Jordan. Yeah. He took his invisibility pills.
He took his invisibility
So
pills.
he's here. He's painting, but you can't see anything. It carries over onto his models. So Jason is invisible.
I am gonna paint General Grievous.
Thanks, Ghost Hunter.
And hello,
I'm
everyone.
not good enough for you.
Welcome back, everybody.
Are you trying to fire me?
Whoa, they can't do that. They do not have the capabilities.
Saying bring back Monument Schlebby.
Yeah, I heard that
If the
Schlebby.
people revolt, we have no choice. But really, that's not true because she has important work that she needs to
Yeah.
do.
I heard she had a good time
She did a great job.
being.
Well, look who came crawling back.
Yep. Except it was more like flying back. Although crawling might be a little bit correct for today, because I did something to my back this morning that just hurts a lot. So, kind of been like crawling around all day, feels like. But hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am excited to see you all. As always, I'm excited to paint. I haven't painted in 2 weeks. Feels super weird. So, I did build models while I was gone, though. So, that was kind of fun. But hello, Paint Liquor, Xenobond, Ghost Hunter, T. Schmidt, Big Bobzilla. I am Rye.
Ray.
I am Ray. Right.
Rainbow.
We established this whole rainbow thing. Sorry.
He leaves us for a week and he forgets everybody's name.
Well,
Week and a half.
maybe. Just the somewhat confusing and non-intuitive ones. Doesn't mean I love you guys any less.
So Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah. What all did everybody do for the fun holiday? It's been so long. Keep me up to date with all the cool things that have happened. Give me all the gory details.
I'm right here. What are you talking about, Big Bobzilla? Did I crack the whip around the office?
I don't know. I wasn't here for it. So Jen could say yes or no, and I wouldn't have any knowledge either way.
Throw back my legs and pollute my breeches with delight.
We did see Jason paint a ballerina Hulk. Did you hear about the ballerina Hulk?
Nope.
Okay, so he's painting Hulk from Marvel Crisis Protocol. You've seen that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So as he was painting it, I couldn't help but seeing that while the intention was for it to be a Hulk smash kind of pose, I see him as doing a twirl. Because his hands are up like this, his back leg is gracefully behind him. And so I said this, and of course then that helps other people see it as well. Except Jason. Jason does not see it, and he gets a little
Huzzah. I'll just throw back
defensive
my
a
legs
little
of Mr. Hulk.
messy
breeches
about
with
it.
delight.
But I decided that I would like to paint this model, and I would somehow make a tutu for Hulk, because that's definitely what he was missing. So that was my plan. Well, then the very next day, Schlebby was in here, and she's like, I have a surprise for everyone.
Oh no.
And the surprise was that she went home that night and made a little tutu for the
Oh
Hulk.
my gosh.
And so we, at the end of Friday's stream, put the tutu on the Hulk. It was a lovely way to wrap up 2023.
That's wild.
And I believe there's a picture of it on Discord. I think somebody took a screenshot of it. Yeah.
You guys are wild. Look at what happens when I leave.
A beautiful ballerina indeed.
Lumberjack Tim, I am back. I am here. I told you I would be back. I'm not gone forever.
Big Bob, what are you talking about? Big Bob said, got myself a resin printer. I'm still Team Jen, even if she had to be the enforcer. What is this about?
I don't know. Jen's not an enforcer.
I mean, I am, but I'm not a tyrant.
To be fair, Tim, I was in places with...
If Baby J didn't abandon us, he would know all this.
Yeah, I was with family, okay? It was difficult. I was busy. I stayed very busy while I was gone.
JP Gray, surprised that you were rehired.
Wow. Wow, that hurts my feelings a little bit, JP Gray. That hurts my feelings. Maybe a little bit more than just a little bit.
Yep, she'll be painted. She painted more on her Night Bells model.
I did hear about that.
It's fantastic.
Exciting. Well, I hope I can have a chance to witness the great Schlubby in the producer chair at some point.
If you haven't
That'll
seen
be
that
cool.
model that she's working on, she's doing a fantastic job on it. The base,
She is
or
doing-
well, I guess it's the base, right? It's sitting on like a tower or something, and it looks really neat.
You guys are family of a different kind. The family that is there that, you know, we most of the time acknowledge and say, you know, we love you. And then sometimes we just need a break. I'm just kidding.
When do I get a break?
When do I get a break?
Gladiator, hello, and happy New Year to you too.
No, I missed being on here. It was, while I did enjoy my time back in Seattle and in Indianapolis, it was how do I put this? It was just too long, I think. I don't think I'm gonna go for as long next time. It was just, I think, deciding to come back on the 1st instead of last Friday, I think was just too much.
Yeah. Did you
Bummer.
have any inkling of, oh, I really miss living here?
Not at all.
Really?
Not even
Oh, that's
remotely.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I didn't even have a whole lot of nostalgia either. It was just kind of like, oh, I just like know where I'm going.
Like you felt like you were just visiting, kind of.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
this is home.
When I say that I genuinely really love it here in Arizona, I'm not kidding.
Good.
Like the people, I mean, I will always love my friends back in Seattle
Of course.
and my family.
Some of them might be watching, so you
Hayden-
gotta say that.
Hayden is beyond friend. He is my brother. That will never change.
Yeah.
I missed. It was very sad having to say goodbye, or see you later. But I love living here,
Good.
and I don't want to not live here. So, and you guys are all fantastic,
Awesome.
and you too. So that's my sappy TED talk for today.
We're the family that gets a text for birthdays instead of phone calls, or a happy birthday on Facebook.
No. Okay, so here's the thing. I will never say happy birthday on somebody's timeline on Facebook.
Why?
Because if I care about them enough to say happy birthday,
Then you call them.
I call them or
Yeah.
text them.
That's nice. I mean, sometimes I do both, just because other people, and they're like, well, what's up with Jen not saying happy birthday to so
Well, the thing is, like, I don't give a crap what people see on Facebook of me. Like, if somebody's like, man, Jordan didn't say happy birthday to this person, I don't care.
Yeah.
I care if the person who I'm trying to say happy birthday to didn't get a happy birthday from me.
Yeah. Here's the reality for me. I don't say happy birthday to anyone on Facebook. It's too much to keep up with.
Yeah.
I can't keep track of all of them.
Also
I don't
that.
go on Facebook that often. I mean, that's not true. I go on Facebook daily for work,
Yeah.
but I don't spend a lot of time on my own personal Facebook. I don't ever post on Facebook unless it's I posted on Instagram and it shared it to Facebook.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm really bad about that.
Because you're much more of an Instagram person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer it.
Yeah, don't blame me for that. Facebook is just kind of weird.
It's
It's just weird.
Oh, let's face it.
Like, yeah.
It is weird.
Eh. It's pretty
I don't
whatever.
even know how to use Facebook. Okay, so the generation after you has not even adopted Facebook, it seems.
Oh, me?
Shelby is saying she doesn't even know how to use Facebook.
Are you serious? Wait, Schlubby, you straight up don't know how to use Facebook? Whoa, what? What?
I mean, game delay, I was in that spot more recently than Shelby. Straight up, never had it. Yeah. It's just, so again, it's like, Facebook is for boomers anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like it is now. I mean, like, even I feel like, okay, there are certain people on Facebook that are like, you can tell their age on Facebook.
Yeah.
And a lot of people my age put stuff on Facebook that I look at it, I'm like, why does this feel like my grandma?
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
fair.
different type of person,
You know,
that's super into Facebook, I think.
So here's the interesting thing about me, because I feel like I live somewhere in between, because when I think about posting something on social media, I would do it. It's usually pictures of miniatures, and I would do that on Instagram,
right.
And then I might share it to Facebook,
right?
And like when I'm on Facebook, I'm generally like scrolling through like buy sell groups. I'm not actually like looking at people's like, posts.
Yeah.
I certainly don't care about most people's like daily goings on.
Yeah.
And like the few people that I do care about like hearing what's going on in their life, I see it on Instagram more than I see it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I see all the same stuff that I would see on Facebook on Instagram as far as like shorts and weird stuff like that, because everybody shares it to both places.
Yeah.
So like I also, I guess, don't really use Facebook either to the traditional
here's the
extent.
weird thing about my Facebook experience is that a lot of the people that I'm friends with, the majority of people that I'm friends with are probably like my friends from college, I would say.
Sure. Yeah.
And there are a lot of, so like the reason why I don't ever post on Facebook is because all I do is, like, if I'm gonna post something, it's a picture, and I do that on Instagram and share it to Facebook.
Okay.
But a lot of my friends still just do a straight up Facebook status, like no pictures. They just type something.
That's so weird. Yeah.
And so I don't see any of that on Instagram, obviously, because you have to have a picture.
Yeah.
But yes, and this is going back to like the generational thing and Facebook being for boomers, and me saying a lot of my friends act like the stereotype of an old person on Facebook, and that they type out these statuses that are like, why?
They're so
why?
weird, and yeah.
like,
why are you saying these things?
Yeah. But they have a reason. They're saying it for their family, their close friends who do care, and you know. So for me, it's easy. I just scroll past it. Like, whatever. I have a folder of screenshots on my phone of things my mom posts on Facebook. That is probably delightful.
So
I love that.
The underside of this cloak for General Grievous, we are starting with dark burgundy.
Dark burgundy.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I really like the like darker burgundy renditions of the cloak. It feels a little bit more kind of gritty and kind of real worldy than the like poppy red bright underside. I mean, I'll be mixing a little bit of red in for the highlights. But this darker color I definitely want to be having as the burgundy. And I'm starting with this because it's easier to get up underneath to do the cloak now, when I can care less about accidentally getting it onto the model. So I'm going to spend a few minutes base coating this while we talk about other nerdy stuff.
No. Game Delay said I dropped off Facebook when I realized I was just getting sad watching people I love reposting conspiracy theories.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Yeah, the sharing and the reposting.
So
Minions memes everywhere.
Is there anybody out there that uses Facebook more for Facebook chat than actual Facebook?
Oh, like Messenger?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger,
probably.
sorry.
I mean, Jason does, for sure.
I use it. Like, there are friends whose phone numbers I don't have. I just have them on Facebook Messenger because I never thought to, like, get their actual phone number.
Yeah.
And, like, that's a huge portion of people that I talk to.
Yeah.
Is just on Facebook.
My family wasn't on Facebook to share pics of my kids. I wouldn't use Facebook anymore, said Omicron. And then Ghost Hunter, I follow Wendy's on Facebook because it is hilarious. Well, hopefully you also follow Monument Hobbies on Facebook
because it's also
we're hilarious.
Yes.
And you got to read the comments.
Yes.
Please.
And watch the ads.
Well, definitely watch the ads, but when you see a post, read the comments
Mm-hmm.
because some of the responses that come from Monument Hobbies are pretty fun. Slavic Monument Hobbies, how's it going, baby J? You're back.
I'm back.
I was worried about how long your vacation was supposed to be. How was the PTO? And there's more, but I'm not saying the rest.
Yes. Yeah, it was a long trip, longer than it needed to be. It was longer than it needed to be.
Schmidt said they use Messenger for work chat. We use Discord and Google Chat.
We use Google Chat, yeah.
Only reason I don't delete it, sadly, is because of Messenger, and some people refuse to chat elsewhere.
Yep.
Slavic also saying that.
I'm curious if Schlubby is an Instagram chatter.
Ah.
Like
Schlubby?
if she uses Instagram to like message with her friends.
I know she does use it. Well, she has Instagram, at least I know, because we've tagged her in things. Stories, but I don't know how often she uses it. Shelby, if you're still here, and chime in. Did Baby J say dark burgundy? Is that a color we have?
It is.
Signature?
Ba-ba-dum.
Signature.
Yep. It's from the Ben Comets
Ben.
signature series set. You can see his fancy schmancy signature bottle.
Ghost Hunter, you follow Don Mahogany on Facebook. Does he have his own Facebook? I know he has his own Instagram and TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
But I can't remember if I made it. I mean, if he made a Facebook.
If you
You don't think even Monument Hobbies will get you back on Facebook game delay? Oh.
That makes me sad. Not because
Instagram doesn't get the same stuff.
Yeah.
Time for an anonymous Facebook account. That's
There you
a
go.
solution as well.
Yeah, do that. Nothing wrong with that.
Shelby uses Instagram. I lost it sometimes, but hate it. Prefer iMessage.
What's iMessage?
Well, iMessage is just the texting on your phone. You have an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
It's just your blue.
Oh, it's just your standard phone. Yeah, okay. I thought that was like some random, like Facebook, or not Facebook, but like iPhone chat app messenger. That's
Well, it's
not the default
iPhone.
one.
It's iPhone texting. It's called iMessage.
Got it. I feel old.
Is the messenger for the same for Instagram and Facebook?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, they're both Meta, but I don't see my Instagram messages in my Facebook chat. Rocky Farce.
No,
Farson.
that's a...
Sorry for bothering you. Oh, nope.
Yep. Nope. Get it out of here. Oh, it is good to be back, though. It is good to be back.
Man. Boom.
All right, we're mixing in a little bit of the Bold Power Red, plus a little bit of Burgundy. Ooh, there.
I got it. Sorry, I get to talking and don't see it.
Big Bobzilla, I will have that ready for you guys tomorrow morning.
So Ghost Hunter, it's not Jabe's job, it's mine, and I was just not quick enough. Sorry. I'll make that my New Year's resolution to be better.
Thank you. If you need to get rid of it, that's fine.
No, I just every time I type anything, it's gonna cover it up. So I just want to do.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm not super worried about it. Excellent. Slovak, this is in fact General Grievous. he's gonna hunt down a whole bunch of Jedis. Because he is a bad person. He's the general of the bad men. The bad people.
Game delay. Do you see all these people though that are like, ban him, get rid of that person right now?
I'm just highlighting with a mixture of burgundy and a touch of bold pyro red.
Omicron, he said he did not paint at all, but he did build models.
Yep, I built 6 Bane Blades for Legions Imperialis, which are very cool.
Cora, yes, she enjoyed having us for an extra day. Jason is sick, by the way. That's why he's not here.
Yeah.
I know we had you all fooled and thought that he took his invisible pill today, but he's actually homesick right now.
Yeah, he came in this morning, and the first thing that Gabe said to him
is, "Why are you here?
Go home. Yeah. Why are you here?"
That's what I mean. I tried to not even to get him to not even leave the house.
Oh, really? Yeah, he did not sound super having a good time. So, I'm glad that he is resting.
So, but anyway, yes, he did a lot of resting yesterday, and Cora laid with him, kept him company.
No.
She's been it's been a little lazier lately. Like on, I'm trying to remember what day it was. So she always gets up in the middle of the night and needs to go outside, and that's fine.
Yep.
She's used to work. No, the January challenge will be tomorrow.
Yep.
He said
It's going up tomorrow.
What was I saying? Oh, she gets very used to us getting up during the week for work. So, we get up at like 6:30 or something. And so on the weekends, she doesn't know the difference. And so she is usually wanting to get up that early on the weekends as well, which we don't like. So we keep trying, trying all these different things. We keep her up a little later at night on Friday and Saturday just to see if she'll sleep in. This weekend, there was one day where she slept in until like almost 10 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it was
what?
Crazy.
What the heck?
It was super crazy.
That's wild.
And then the past couple nights, she puts herself to bed. Well, not really. She puts herself to sleep. So she gets on the couch. She'll sit between me and Jason, and she'll steal my blanket and make herself a little nest and
conks out,
lay down and sound asleep. And we have to wake her up to, okay, let's go outside one more time and then go to bed. Nope.
Did she
won't do that? Yeah.
That's
last
funny.
night I got up in the middle of the night and she wasn't there. She wasn't between. So she sleeps between us usually in our bed. She wasn't there. So then if she's not sleeping in the bed, then she has her own little nest in the corner of our bedroom where she won't use a dog bed, but she has an old comforter that she likes to lay on. She wasn't there either. So I'm like, well, where is she? And so I went out and it's 4 a.m. and she's still sleeping on the couch.
Jeez.
She's very, very lazy.
That's so funny.
We had to put her on a diet.
Yeah, how's she dealing with the super poops?
Much better.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So she's been on prescription dog food for a month.
Okay.
We took her for her follow-up appointment the day after Christmas, and the vet said, okay, well, if she's doing so much better, then that means she's got food intolerance, so you need to keep her on this expensive dog food for the rest of her life, probably.
Wait, really? No, really? Oh.
So, it for a while it felt it seemed like maybe the food was working too well, because then she was struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've started putting a little bit of carrot and some peas in with her dinner for a little more fiber, and that has done the trick.
Okay.
So
good.
the past couple days,
Cora's
she's been
doing
outstanding.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, Ghost Hunter, I have a friend who she sent pictures. She's like, here's my dog before and after we put her on a diet, and it was like a drastic difference. And they did that. They switched, and I think they used farmer's dog, but they switched to like a natural dog food. So I will look into that. I'm gonna keep her on this. She's only been on it for a month, and like the internet says that you should give it like 8 weeks. So I'm gonna kind of see
For food.
Yeah. Let her get used to this, and then we'll kind of see if we can reintroduce some things.
Well, I hope that you guys don't have to keep on buying expensive dog food forever. I really hope that you guys don't have to do that.
I mean, she's worth it. That's the thing.
It's not about the worth
and it's
it.
expensive, but when you think about it and like divide it out by meals, it's not really.
Oh,
It's
really?
just way more than like a normal bag of dog food.
Yeah.
Like probably by double.
That's not horrible.
But we are feeding her less, so that helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
She's a little. In 1 month, she gained a pound, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're small, it's a lot.
It's a big difference. Yeah.
Cora signature paint set. Profits go to the dog food fund. Not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. I will support the Cora Dog Food Fund. Oh, I have missed
that's
this.
a good idea, Ghost Hunter. We just put her in the commercials, and then it's a write-off.
Oh yeah.
It's a business expense. Paying, feeding the talent.
Yeah. Yeah. You can buy extra special dog food that's really, really expensive. That's not how that works. All right, so this is a mixture of brown gray and coal black. It's probably 2-to-1 ratio of brown gray to coal black, give or take.
Oh, and then El Absurdo, what is the monthly challenge? So in our Discord, which I did post the link, but let me throw it up there again. Each month, at the beginning of each month, we put out a painting challenge. And it's not a contest, it's or a competition. It's just we provide a prompt or a theme or a topic with some instructions, and then the community has 1 month to participate. And you take that theme, that prompt, paint up your model, post pictures, and then at the end of each month, we discuss them on stream. We look at everybody's completed entries. And then we do look at which models we think represented the theme in the most effective way, and we give out some small prizes.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I said it's not a contest or a competition, we do give prizes for it.
Yeah,
but they're really open to anybody of any skill level.
Mm-hmm.
They're just for fun, and yeah.
Yeah, the prizes are
check it out.
Definitely like we try not to make a big deal out of it because it's really not the whole point. We largely do the prizes just because we want to reward the people who have done super hard work to bring us really cool stuff. And it's just like it's a little something.
Yeah.
So we love it. We love everybody participating. And it's a lot of fun. What I can do is, because you guys are so cool, I can tell you guys what tomorrow's challenge is going to be. Now, remember, you can't start the model until you post it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at least I can give you the evening to figure out what you want to do. So we'll talk about that for a second. So the next month's challenge for January, the goal of the challenge is to pick a type of painting or a style or a technique or something that you've always wanted to try but have never tried before. And we are challenging you to try it out for the first time. So this is one of those push yourself out of your comfort zone, try something that you haven't tried before, and tell us why you wanted to do that, why you wanted to try it, what you wanted to try, and then submit your picked the model you want to pick for it. So it's a very open month. There's no color restrictions, there's no model restrictions. Really, there's not even a specific part of the challenge that you have to do. The only thing is, You have to pick something that is a challenge for you. It's a more personalized challenge that you guys got to pick for yourself. And the goal here is to have you pick something that's new and fresh um, for the beginning of the year. And then what I want to do come next January, and is I want to have you guys kind of look back at these models that you painted at the beginning of this year and see how far you've come going into next year. So it's kind of a fresh start with something that's a little bit more challenging for you guys. And then, at the beginning of next year, we can come back and look at it again and see how far you guys have come over the year. Because that's the one thing that I really like to tell people to do, because it's something that a lot of people don't do. They're like, oh man, I've been painting so much and I feel like I haven't progressed any. And it's like, well, take a model that you've painted a year ago and then take a model that you just painted 2 days ago and put them side by side. And those two models will look very different. You don't notice this as much because you're noticing the small imperceptive steps along the way. You never notice because you're just so used to what you're doing on a regular basis. And when you step back and you go, okay, let's look at a year ago and then let's look at now, those two things look crazy different. So it's something that I want to give you guys an opportunity to do going into 2024 and then coming back and taking a look at in 2025.
So, because you said that it's kind of an open challenge and each person just needs to just decide what they want to do to challenge them.
But it has to be something that is challenging for you. So, for example,
are they going to have to, what I'm getting at is, are they going to have to then explain what they did that was new?
So when I'll put all the details on how to notify us specifically when I make the post tomorrow morning. But it basically, when you make your initial post where you show us the model, put a little caption in there that says, this is what you're going to do for the challenge. And obviously the model needs to feature that thing. You can't be like, I'm doing non-metallic metal. And then you're like, I'm painting a bear.
But the bear has a button.
Yeah, the bear's got a button.
And the button on his jacket is going to be non-metallic.
Right. So don't try and cheat on us. I will chastise you for it at the end of the month if you do. But yeah, no, we think that it'll be really fun. Yeah. you freaking nailed the metal on that one button. Metal bear. Shelby, you should paint a metal bear. That would be funny.
El Absurdo, someone said last June's monthly challenge was a 3D resin statue 200mm of Jason in a Speedo.
I don't think that was the case.
I don't recall that, but you can go back into the archives and look if you would like.
Having looked through the archives, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. But yeah, so thinking of things that you could do, it could be, I really want to learn how to paint non-metallic metal and I've never tried it before. It could be, I've never done wet blending and I want to learn how to do it. It could be, I don't really paint grimdark very much. I want to try and experiment with doing grimdark type style of painting. So think of it in that sort of context and you guys will find something fun.
Game Delay seems pleased by this, said you're letting me double up for a painting competition I'm entering, Baby J. Now I don't have to do a different model for the monthly challenge.
Well, remember, it's got to be something, you got to be doing something on it that you don't normally do, right?
Something that you don't normally do.
Yeah.
And
I can't
you have
say
to still post a starting picture with tomorrow's date.
Yes.
Or past that.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Lumberjack Tim, CMYK. See, that would be a cool way to do the challenge. You just say, I want to learn how to do CMYK mixing, and you limit yourself to 5 colors. You do dark magenta, you do sky blue, you do golden yellow, bold titanium white, and coal black. That would be a good challenge for this month. So, it's actually funny. I answered a ticket talking about CMYK mixing today. Somebody was asking what colors I would use for it. And those are the colors. I would use dark magenta over a regular magenta, as dark magenta is a single pigment. and it will mix better than our standard magenta will. At least for CMYK mixing. Obviously, you can mix magenta just like you would any other color, but the colors that you will get will be more accurate to what you would expect from mixing with CMYK if you use dark magenta. So we're bringing up these highlights with just a little bit more of kind of a pure magenta plus bold pyro red here.
Slavic said Baby Jace challenge is to paint an entire model without repainting anything.
Done. This model, and it'll be done in a couple of days. Challenge accepted.
All right, you guys heard it here.
Contrary to popular belief, I don't always repaint things.
But Jason never repaints things, so
which
it
is
seems
interesting.
like a lot.
Which is really interesting to me. It's just my brain works in a more exploratory way when I'm painting, in that I have an idea of what I want the model to look like, but pieces of it are not finished. It's like looking at a painting that's half done, and you're like, I have this impression of what this is supposed to look like, and like I really like these aspects of the model, and they need to look like this, and then the rest of it is just kind of blank. And I'll do that thing that I really know that I want to do, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, this needs to look like this, and I'll try it, and then I'll be like, ooh, that doesn't really work with the vision that I had in mind. So then I'll repaint it, and then eventually I'll get to the point where everything is cohesive and looks good together.
Gotcha. So now if you painted more in, how do I say it? Like in complete layers, let's say, where you do all of your base coats on the whole model, and then you do the next highlight on the whole model, and then you do the next one, and then everything. Would that prevent what you're describing?
Probably not.
Okay. Because we talked about that last week, I think with Shelby, that it's hard to, like, you don't want to pick one part of the model and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
On that one piece, because as you add the other things, it might change the way you see.
I think
it's like if you painted this guy's cloak, which
right.
you're doing. But
yeah.
You only painted the cloak and you got it to where you thought, okay, the cloak is done. Now I'm going to go on to these sword things or whatever. And then you did those and you're like, okay, but now the cloak doesn't look done anymore.
I think that's fine if it's something where you're like, oh, I just need to bring this value up a little bit more and make it brighter. That's not a problem. Because when you, I actually think fully painting parts of the model at a time is a good thing. Oh. Because as you see everything come together, it's in a more complete state, but you don't paint everything to 100% complete. What you do is you'll paint, like I'll paint this cloak and I'll paint it to like maybe 70 to 80%.
Before you do anything else?
Before I do anything else.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll go and I'll paint like the under like ribbing for his like ribs and all the stuff that's under his like colored armor plates. And then I'll get that to like 80%. And then I'll do the armor plates on top and I'll take that to 80%. And then once the model is basically 80% finished, then it's the last 20% is me going around and adjusting all of the other parts of the model to 100%.
Gotcha.
And that works really well because, you can focus on everything, step by step. You don't have to like start with a mix and, stop. Because especially for me, because I blend so much and I mix so much when I'm painting, doing, I don't paint as a base coat, highlight, shade, highlight. Like, they're not individual paints. Jason paints a lot like that. So it works better for somebody like Jason. But I have a lot of, like, subtle mid-tone mixes that I'm making along the way that I paint. So for me, it works better to just build everything up to a certain percentage. And you could do it to 50%. You could do it to 60%. It just kind of depends on where your comfort level is of feeling like, okay, this looks good for now. And then you start painting the other things around it, and then you adjust. And those situations where I have to repaint something is when I've made an error in the planning stages in my mind of I had this like 70% mapped out in my head, and somewhere in that mysterious 30%, when I started filling in that 30%, I made a weird decision that I didn't like. So that's where I end up repainting stuff.
See, and I paint like Jason because that's how I learned.
Right.
So I do one, like like the base coat of every color I'm going to use. And then I do the next highlight and then the next highlight. Yeah, so it's just different methods.
It's
and that's
different
like
methods.
the great thing about watching the stream is that you and Jason are both tremendous painters, but very different.
Yeah, we paint very differently.
So it's a really cool way for people to see two different artists approach something in ways.
Hi, Jade. I'm back. Hello.
And thank you for the follows, Bert Jebson, and then there was one more. Hang on a second, because it was a long one. Where did I see it? And it was a while ago, and I'm sorry. Flavinho Crafty Streams. Thank you for the follow.
We got there.
It was a long one.
But yeah, I hope that explanation of my process and why I repaint things makes sense to you guys. And if it doesn't, I can try and.
I mean, it doesn't need to make sense to anyone but you.
Well, I mean, if I'm trying to like impart knowledge, I hope it makes sense, right? Because it might help some people who, may have been worried about, why I repaint stuff as much as I do.
And Slavic said, I want to make sure Jordan knows I'm just messing with him about repainting.
Oh, no, I mean, look, I have a process with how I paint, and even if somebody was making fun of me constantly, as long as I'm happy with my end result of what I'm getting to, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. And El Absurdo, so one of the things that you will learn as you watch our stream is that even though I own Monument Hobbies, I don't know a lot of the nerd stuff. So I'm sorry if I hurt you by calling these little sword things. I don't know what they are.
Oh.
They're black. To me, they look like swords.
They're lightsabers.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew what
You're
you
just
meant.
gonna have
It's
to
fine.
deal with it. I can't learn all that stuff every day. Ghost Hunter said I need to go to LVO or Adepticon to learn about moisture in brushes. I can't seem to learn it over the stream.
So this is Ghost Hunter. I mean, yeah, we would love to have you at one of the shows for sure, and I would be happy to show you and demonstrate. Are you just kind of having a hard time figuring out like what level the moisture needs to be at for what you're trying to do? Is that kind of the struggle that you're having, Ghost Hunter? Jade, you're attempting to watch the stream while you're on a bike? I hope it's not like on the road.
I'm pretty sure it's stationary.
I'm hoping
Is
it's
what
stationary.
we're talking about.
Yeah, so as far as moisture is concerned, it's really how do I explain this in a way that will make sense and be something that you can kind of figure out? Because the moisture that people have on their brush will vary from person to person, depending on like for Jason and I, it's a little different. Jason will paint with a little bit more moisture than I do because he's working on a dry palette, and his adjustment of moisture in the brush like specifically determines how thin the paint that he's pulling from the palette and putting on the model is. Whereas me, I will thin ahead of time, and then I kind of paint with a very consistent amount of moisture in my brush. And because I am already pre-thinning on the wet palette. So for me, all I do, just to give you a quick little demonstration, is I'll get my brush. This, I haven't wiped this off or anything. You can see it's still got a bunch of water on it, right? This is right out of the paint cup, and I'll just do this, and I'll remove all of that excess water. So it's not dripping. There's nothing on there, but it is still moist. Now this is pretty dry. It's not, but there is moisture there.
See that, yeah.
Because you can hardly see it. Like if I do this, you can see the moisture on the glove, right? That's with no removing moisture from the brush. But if I grab more water again, and I do the same thing, and you'll notice I roll the brush a lot.
Your brush is dirty.
Yeah, I know. I need to clean it. I need to clean it.
But I mean, you're still using red, right? So.
Yeah. But you'll see I'll just wipe it like this, and then it still is wet, but it doesn't leave those same streaks. And that's the standard level of moisture that I use on my brush for everything. And that's just so that I know when I put my brush into paint that I've already mixed, I know what level of fluidity I'm getting out of it. What's up, Bakamaru?
Got your stuff from the holiday stream. Awesome.
Nice.
Which prize did you win? There's still, by the way, a few that I have not sent yet, just because of the holidays. And a couple people lived not in the U.S., so I was trying to get past the holidays before I get our
more difficult
distributors to send those out.
They're coming, though.
But yes, they're coming. I think I only just have 3 left. Well, and then there is one of those 3 is one. It's the person who won my set, because I keep thinking I'm gonna get a fancy box to put it in, and I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah.
But we'll get them. I'm gonna try and get everything out this week.
You're still sad that you didn't win the wizard's butt.
No, wizard's butt.
It's pretty cool.
Can't go to everyone.
Yeah, it's true. It's limited. We only make so much of it at a time. I am excited for when we make our first retail release of Wizard's Butt that people can buy. It's gonna be wild.
Again, I was in that spot more recently than Shelby was. Are you guys forgetting that I painted on Friday?
That would explain why your palette was out of here. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, I left all my stuff there.
That's okay.
I moved my models out of your way.
That's okay. I came back early so that I could make sure that everything was was situated.
You had a bunch of people in that spot, so.
Yep.
If I remember, I will post a picture before. It's gonna be all the pinks and purples and jades. Baka got a texture trainer, and Brennan, I think it was Brennan's set.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Panic Bomb said, Happy New Year and welcome back, Baby J, abandoner of chat, lover of tartar sauce.
Wow. Look, hold on. All right. I need to correct this whole tartar sauce nonsense. I have not had tartar sauce in a very long time. In fact, I went to Seattle and I did not have tartar sauce, okay? I ate fish while I was in Seattle.
Did you go to Ivar's and didn't have tartar sauce?
I don't go to Ivar's very often.
Oh,
It's not that good.
I thought that was how this whole thing started, was because that's where you eat.
This is a thing I used to do when I was a kid.
Okay. Do you still?
If I were at Ivar's,
yes,
I would get tartar sauce to go with my chicken tenders.
Okay. And you would order chicken
100%. That is exactly what I would do. Yeah.
You wouldn't order anything but chicken tenders at Ivar's.
I don't care for the fries. I would get their clam chowder because it's not too bad. Although let me tell you, so Ruben and I are planning a trip to Seattle at some point because he's never been, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to like show me around." One of the things I'm gonna take him to is the best clam chowder place I've ever been to in my life. It's called Wally's. Is it Wally's Chowder House? I know it's called Wally's. We always just call it Wally's. And it's this little shack on the marina by the water. It's pretty tiny, and they are super well known for their chowder. And it is amazing. It's really thick though.
I didn't have anything other than Ivers recommended from like everyone that I talked to when I was in Seattle.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
or anywhere in Washington.
To be fair, this is a small place. It's in a place that a lot of people don't visit and don't go to very often.
Yeah.
It's in a place called Des Moines. And so it doesn't surprise me that people are not well versed.
Okay.
They also have really good fish and chips.
I don't like fish.
But they also have really good like fettuccine, like seafood fettuccine and other generically really good things that they have. They have really good coconut prawns. I love coconut prawns. The different Des Moines, I think, JP. There are many Des Moines.
JP said, "Is that a half alien, half robot I see Baby J painting?"
Yeah, he's an alien, right?
Too? Is anyone going to be mad that you called it half alien, half robot?
No.
Like I said, swords?
I mean, those are both really accurate descriptions. Both yours and the half alien, half robot one.
I didn't think it would be the tartar sauce part you'd take issue with.
Look, okay. One of these days, I will have tartar sauce and I will eat it with chicken. Oh, you know what? Okay. I got it. I'm going to buy a thing of tartar sauce.
Okay.
I'm going to find like a good tartar sauce, not a
Okay.
crappy one. I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator here. And the next time we go to Cane's, I'm going to take it with me and people are going to try it.
I mean, if it might make Cane's better, so I don't know.
I like Cane's.
I like Cane's.
Cane's actually sounds really good right now.
We open soon. There is no such thing
Monument
as a good
Jabe.
tartar sauce.
Go back to work. How dare you?
JP Gray, king crab for the first time yesterday, and clams on New Year's Eve.
Clams are good.
It's been a rough New Year.
Been a rough New Year.
They didn't sit well with you.
Oh no.
Is that what you're saying?
We got to go to you can't just get clams from anywhere, okay?
I mean, yeah, he lives in Houston. So.
And be careful. Sorry, missed that. Heretic.
Oh, Jade, awesome.
Amsterdam.
Jade said, by the way, the friend that we gave the base set to is super excited. Sent him an invite to the Discord. Awesome.
Nice. Very cool. Omicron, you said you think you went there when you went to PAX like 12 years ago? It's not super far away from Seattle. It's probably like 25 minutes maybe.
I lived in Des Moines, Iowa, not famous for seafood.
Tim, you tested positive for COVID New Year's Eve? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. One of my friends that I was going to visit with got COVID when he came back from his trip for his mom's house. It sucked. It sounded like he was having a bad time. He was like, I couldn't sleep. I was like he was having like muscle spasms and stuff too.
Geez.
Yeah, both myself and Scrumbly Dumpus, who I got to hang out with, we were like, you need to go talk to a doctor and maybe get something for that there COVID.
Well, I mean, there's nothing for COVID. It's a virus. There's no. You have to just wait till it goes away.
They do have medication now. Something.
I think to ease the symptoms maybe, but
it
doesn't cure it. And
No, it covers the symptoms a lot better than whatchamacallit. Yeah.
Half and half is very generous for the alien to robot ratio. Is that an insect holding 4 laser swords?
Is he an insect? I don't really know what kind of alien Grievous is supposed to be. Other than the creepy one. He's the creepy kind.
High Place Chowder is also really good. You got to be careful in Des Moines, Washington, said Scientologist.
What's wrong with Des Moines, Washington?
Just gotta be careful there.
Why?
I mean, that could mean whole bunch of things.
Okay, Des
I mean,
Moines,
if there are
Washington
sharp things on the ground
is
that you
not
gotta be
well
careful
known
not
for
to
being a
step on
dangerous
them.
place. I would say if you're going to like South Tacoma, maybe.
Oh, JP got clams on the coast of Texas. Also, no, did not sit well. Let's just say I used an EpiPen. No, so we discovered that you have a shellfish allergy.
Oh man. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Now
That's
you know
rough.
to avoid it. That's easy.
Yes. I'm glad I don't though, because I really like a nice clam pasta. Ooh, I did have an absolutely delightful risotto while I was gone. My dad let me pick whatever I wanted to have for dinner for him to make, and he makes a darn fine risotto. So I had some of that. That was really good. Took me back to my younger years.
Ooh, Omicron, you went to Fogo. Yum.
I also went to Fogo.
Did you?
Yeah, I went Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. No. Yeah, Saturday.
Jabe, you're not allowed to ask that question because I do not see any empanadas here. And the deal was, can't talk about empanadas
Unless
we can
Jen's
have
getting
them here.
empanadas.
So you guys can talk about that privately. I don't want to be involved.
I'll hang out for a minute after chat, or after stream. I'll let you know.
You're hoping to say he didn't get any. I'm
No.
assuming he did. If he wants to talk about it later.
I will say it was a bit of a bummer meal because my grandmother was not feeling well.
Oh.
So that was a bit of a bummer. Well, it's so funny you mentioned that, Lumberjack Tim, because basically all of the family that I was visiting in Indiana are from Venezuela. And I went to a cool party, and there was a whole bunch of people speaking Spanish, and I do not speak Spanish.
Oh.
It was...
Jordan's like, just smiling and nodding.
There. I kid you not. There were 35 people there. 4 of them knew how to speak English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, even... Like
No.
a little bit.
I mean,
to
like,
get by. Donde
no,
está el baño? That's
no,
about it.
nope, not even that. I know enough to tell my grandmother, who speaks to me in Spanish when I speak to her in English, that she needs to speak to me in English.
Por favor.
That's exact. I said that so much that week. It's so funny because she's just like, she's getting older. And she's from Nicaragua, so born and raised. So she's a native Spanish speaker herself. Yeah. This is her first language. And she's gotten so rooted in speaking it again that her brain is just, goes off in Spanish. So when I start talking to her in English, which they don't really speak very much of at home right now, she just like rattles it off in Spanish because that's what she's used to. Mm-hmm. Her brain just translates it and says it in Spanish. So I have to like knock her on the head and say, "Hey, English, I can't understand you."
JP Gray. So now that Puppet Jason is a thing, is there ever a reason to not have him here? What are you talking about?
That's not Puppet Jason.
Puppet Jason.
I think he's talking about Don Mahogany.
Oh, Don Mahogany is his own man.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with Jason.
Yep. Don Mahogany is his own man.
That needs to be his motto, I think. Don Mahogany is his own man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Don Mahogany. Good old
If you
Don.
don't know what we're talking about,
check it out.
Check out our Discord or our YouTube for our most recent advertisement. Don would be upset that you compared him to anyone other than himself, JP. If he ever meets you, he is going to have a problem with you. I can see it already.
He has a problem with us.
Yeah.
And we work with him, adjacent to him.
He's a handful.
He's a handful.
Death from Impulsor, hello to you. Happy New Year.
What's up, Death from Impulsor? I keep on wanting to say welcome back, but I'm the one who's back, and everybody's been here the whole time.
That to you.
Yeah.
You do not want to get on Don's bad side. That is true. Corporal Toast, are the December challenges getting judged today?
No, Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, still need to go through, get all the stuff together, and make a cool PowerPoint. But once we do that, and Thursday comes around, we will, in fact, do that. And no, JP Gray, I did not get a Gundam kit for Christmas.
Ghost Hunter said Don Mahogany let me use his phone when I had a flat tire once. He's a great guy.
Be careful. You never know what he's going to come back for and ask for.
It's like that story of the person who was like, their car broke down. Or no, they were driving and they passed someone whose car was broken down, and it was a deserted road and nobody was stopping, and I just had to stop, and I helped this person, and it was this older woman, and she was fantastic, and she was really nice, and very, very grateful that I helped her. And then a week later, I got a big gift basket with a thank you note, and it was Oprah.
I can't imagine that there's anybody who doesn't who would help Oprah on the side of the road
and not know it was
and
Oprah.
not know who Oprah is. It would have to be like some younger person who's just oblivious.
Shelby, do you know who Oprah is?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. Oh, Shelby, we have questions for you.
He would only stop to point and laugh at you. You are 100% thinking of a different Don. That's great. The disrespect for Don.
Happy New Year, Avian. It's good to be back.
Don Mahogany. He didn't take my book recommendation, but he gave me 3 great recommendations in return. Love them all. He's his own man.
He's his own man.
Yes, you know who Oprah is, but doubt you'd be able to tell if it was her if you saw her on the side of the road. Interesting.
That's probably fair. I feel like you'd have to ask the question
Are you Oprah?
Are you Oprah? Don Mahogany stole my girlfriend when I was using the phone. He did me 2 favors that day.
Don can't read.
Gosh.
JP, wait, you guys are in Hawaii right now and you're watching the stream?
What are you doing? Well, I suppose watching stream and drinking a nice beverage on the beach sounds like a good time. Yeah.
Well, there's a trail of people stopping to get selfies. I wonder how it is I'm helping on this. JP, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way Oprah travels without a huge entourage. Sometimes you just need to get away from the entourage. Maybe she just wanted to go ride in her Mercedes by herself. It was a joke, but you're not explaining it. Okay, thank you. Don reads his own way, Jabe. He's not limited by any teleprompter. He is his own man.
Oh, Don. Oh, Don.
I mean, Queen Elizabeth drove herself everywhere, so maybe she does.
Did she?
Some people just like to drive. Well, Queen Elizabeth liked to drive. So I'm sure she was followed by...
Yeah, she drove
security
in the back of the caravan.
She liked to drive.
Or in the middle of the caravan, I should say.
El Absurdo said, did you assemble Grievous? Was he as much of a pain as the rest of the droids in Shatterpoint?
Grievous is a nightmare to build. And this is coming from somebody who thinks that pretty much all models are pretty trivial to build. Grievous was I would say he's a nightmare. I think I'm lucky in that I've built a gajillion models. And even then I was like, man, this model is tough. The big problem with building Grievous is that his parts are so spindly. Dawn's favorite Monument Hobbies crew member is Dawn.
Which is funny because he doesn't technically work for us, but he definitely thinks that he does, and that he's his own favorite crew member. Tim, are you in a new location? Or are we already turning the corner onto longer days?
I'm using pure brown gray. Yeah. Yep. Brown gray for painting the highlights on the cloak. I'm going to work on blending all these highlights together slowly. I want to make sure that I get the areas of where the highlights are to be the right brightness, and then bring everything back down so that it feels like black instead of this, or like a really dark gray is the goal.
JP Gray said, I've been setting up our new store all day and finalizing the graphic designs for our Pokevan. I'm so excited to have a Pokevan. Were you here when he told us about his van?
No.
JP Gray?
No.
So JP Gray, is working the Pokemon stuff.
Uh-huh.
And last week, I think, was it last week, JP? Well, it had to have been because Jordan wasn't here. Said that he got a new van that he was very excited about.
Okay.
And it was it's a big cargo van kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be wrapped in yellow and have Pokemon all over it.
Oh my goodness. I need pictures. Oh my goodness. Did I ever tell you guys about the so when I worked for Privateer Press, we would go on walks during our breaks, and right across the street from our building was a Bentley service center. And Bentley, that particular service center would also service McLaren's as well, because there was a McLaren dealership right next door to them. And one day when we were walking back, because we'd walk to Safeway and then back, and when we were walking back one day, they were working on a McLaren that had Pikachus all over it. And I was just like, what the heck?
Why?
Why?
That's
I think
too big of a
somebody
fan.
mentioned that it might have been some YouTuber's car or something.
Okay, maybe.
I'm gonna look to see if I still have the photo, because I took a photo of it. I mean, it was a little ways away.
Too much money, exactly.
Bear in mind, Avian, we worked in Bellevue, so
A lot of money there.
yeah. I mean, this is a place that had a lot of very expensive vehicles that we would walk right next to and past every day. Which is weird. Now that I mention it, it's really weird that these weren't secured in any sort of way.
Yeah.
They're literally just you walk down the side of the road and there's just 10 McLarens parked in their back lot. It's very weird.
Oh. Was
it? He has a McLaren? Oh god. I think
Avian is on a 3-stream streak, and we know that because Jeff Bezos wanted us to know.
I already told my girlfriend if I win Powerball, I'm getting a Batmobile.
You should.
Oh man. So
Although you're not supposed to tell anyone if you win the Powerball. You're supposed to keep that secret. But I mean, that's people are gonna know.
Yeah.
So expect a lot of people to come up to you with their hands out when you start driving around the Batmobile.
Yep. I did get a puzzle while I was gone. It was a gift, and apparently it's like if you can complete the puzzle, you can get entered in a chance to like win like $1 million or something. And you have to do it by like February or something is when they do the raffle. But it's literally like it's the worst puzzle I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap! It is a puzzle of a QR code.
Oh.
And it's like in different colors.
Yeah.
They were starting to work on it, and I was just like, not the one that I had, but they had one for themselves, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
So I love
horrible.
puzzles, and I have not done a puzzle in years, probably before I met Jason. But I love puzzles, and I was seeing all kinds of puzzles, like on my social media, people like opening their puzzles that they had as gifts or putting them together like as a family thing. And I saw one that was clear, the clear puzzle, and and then maybe it was the same one or maybe it was a different one. I've seen so many. Another one that had edge pieces in the puzzle.
Okay.
So you can't like, you know, because that's my go-to. I do all the outside first.
Yeah, I mean that's the way you do it,
well,
right?
This one had edge pieces, or that looked like edge pieces, but they were in the middle of the puzzle.
Oh, that's nasty.
And then I saw one that was like a 20,000 piece puzzle.
Oh my goodness.
And it came with tweezers because the pieces were so small.
No. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Did you get any of them, Jen?
No, I just saw these on social media.
If you like doing puzzles, you should do puzzles.
I know.
I'll bring it in so you can look at the two pieces. It is horrifying.
Could we make it a team effort and put it together here somewhere?
Sure. Yeah, I'll bring it.
I don't want to steal your gift, but
I mean, I'm gonna laugh if I happen to win $1 million. That'd be ridiculous.
So, we may never see Jordan again.
No, I would for sure still be here.
Ghost Hunter said, if I win Powerball, could I buy a paint company? I mean, maybe? I don't know. Depends on how much Powerball is and what paint company you want to buy.
If I won a ton of money, like if I just like happened to be worth like, I don't know, $50 million or something, all of a sudden, I would still probably work here.
Yeah.
Like
He says that now.
No, seriously, I have spent enough time not working in like recent memory, and I get so bored.
Let's be real though. You would come in to paint on stream. You would probably not still do
Why not?
Customer service and price support and all those
Why not?
things.
Why wouldn't I?
They're not as fun as painting. The painting part is the fun part.
Okay. I like being here.
Yeah.
It's all.
Then you'd hang out and sit in the comfy chairs all day. And
but here's the thing: if I hung out and sat in the comfy chairs all day, I would just be like hanging out with myself. It'd be boring.
Well, no, because it would be everybody who's here.
Yeah, but like everybody who's here is like working.
Well, that's true. They're working like outside of the stream time.
Yes.
Comfy chairs would only be good during stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby J. All right, I'm done. No, I would. I would still want to work.
I would 100% quit my job.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a time in my life where I would, but also like I don't want to be like, yo, I'm out, and have you guys like not have somebody else to like do like are you. Like, I would just be so, like, I would be offended at myself.
Jordan.
I would be, like, that's
nice,
so
Jordan.
mean. Like, this is just not cool.
Jordan's rolling in millions of dollars and he's concerned about us, and I love that.
I'm serious. I would just be, I wouldn't do it, partially because I would still enjoy being here.
Yeah.
And having something to do, like, maybe I would do, like, part-time or something.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, I'd probably get to the point where I was just like, I'll just be full-time again. It's just like, you know?
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I used to joke. So first of all, I don't play the lottery, so
Oh, I don't either.
like saying, "Oh, if I won the lottery, I'd do this."
I don't. Yeah.
I it's just silly. But like when I was teaching, I would say that, but like, okay, so I would definitely quit my job, but I would still want to volunteer because I just loved it that much. You know?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't volunteer all day. I wouldn't volunteer to do lesson plans. I wouldn't volunteer to do any of the things I didn't like. I would only volunteer to do the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing too is that like,
Baby J
Could-
not realizing he has already been replaced by Schlebby in this.
whoa,
scenario.
that hurts my feelings. That's mean.
She
I-
said she'll fill in
Shelby
for
is
ya.
great.
Don't
Schlebby
worry,
is
Jordan,
great.
I'll fill in for you.
That hurts me deep inside. I thought I was loved. I thought I was loved. Oh, I've been
we keep
replaced
telling
by
Jordan how much he
Schlebby.
shouldn't like his job. He might start to believe it. I don't know. Are you listening to him?
Jen's just like, stop telling him this. Stop telling him this. Oh man. No. Yeah, the other thing too is that like, if you win a ton of money, and you just quit your job, and live off of that money, you're gonna run through it so fast.
Well,
Like,
I mean, there's the whole documentary shows about like lottery winnings gone wrong because people don't know how to
they don't
how
know
to
how to manage
handle
the
that
money.
money.
They also don't know how to just hire somebody to
I
manage
think
their
that
money
there
for
is a
them.
big percentage of lottery winners who are like who go through it very quickly and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they don't know how to they've never had that much money.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us haven't had that much money, let's be real. But it's you know, a lot of times it's people who have never had any kind of a significant amount of money.
right.
And they just go crazy.
Well, that's the because like I would be surprised if you looked at the demographics of people who purchased, like habitually purchased lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
The vast majority of them are people who don't have a ton of money.
Yeah.
And like those people don't know how to manage lots of money because they don't have experience
Right.
managing lots of money. So they don't know what to do and they just are like, "Oh, look, I can do all the things that I've always wanted to do."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the money's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. And the taxes, exactly. They don't anticipate that.
Yeah, no. That's the thing is you invest the vast majority of that money that you get, and you get that money to make you more money, and then you just live off of the stuff that you earn from it. That's how it really works. Or you invested in other things, like Monument Hobbies.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would invest money here if you guys would let me. If I did, that'd be funny.
We don't have any investors.
Mm-hmm. But no, I would still want to work. The idea of like getting up in the morning and not having anything to do kind of freaks me out. I'm not even gonna joke. Like just thinking about that, like, ooh. And obviously, by the time I get to the point in my life where like retirement is a thing that I would be considering, I'm sure I will feel differently.
Yeah.
But like, I'm 30. I need a job. You know, I have things that are worth doing in the middle of the day.
I got a few years on you, and I got to say that the idea of getting up and not having to do anything is quite nice, actually.
Yeah, right.
But actually, no, I would get bored. What I would like is to be able to just get up when I want to.
Yeah.
And then go to work.
Yep.
I would have so many more dogs. It would definitely be closer to 30. Yeah, if you're a millionaire and you love dogs, then you buy a big place where you can have a bunch of dogs. And hire someone to help you take care of all. Because that's a lot of poop to clean up.
The other thing too is that like a lot of the things that I would want to do as far as like, you know, having all of these things requires a lot more money than a lot of people think it does.
Yes. That's something too.
It's like there are a lot of people who you probably know in your life who are millionaires who do not like have the ability to do whatever they want.
Well, and something to consider too is that just because someone says they're a millionaire doesn't mean they have $1 million in the bank.
Correct.
I can say that
Yes.
100% for certainty.
Yeah.
That being a millionaire doesn't make you have lots of cash.
Yeah, your net worth is
Yeah.
very different than your liquidity.
Exactly.
Those two things mean very different things.
PK said I was forced to take last summer off and thought I would be super productive. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's like when you have nothing to do, you kind of just also get nothing done.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I, as a teacher would have, I did not teach, I shouldn't say never. I taught summer school maybe 2 years.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I took my summers off.
Okay.
Because you need it.
Yeah. No. From what I've heard, yeah.
And I didn't do, but I got bored. Like I really did get bored after. I mean, even on winter break, 2 weeks off, I would get bored.
Yeah.
You know, because you're so used to so much of your time being filled by work.
Yep.
You don't know what else to do.
I mean, I was gone for 10 days and I got bored.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm looking forward to being home. Let's get back to work.
If I won Powerball, I would construct a man-made lake of noosh.
Oh my gosh. That sounds excessive. And really weird. Like, can you imagine that? Like a lake filled with noosh. Like just think about that for a second. Like what?
It would be very muddy.
It would
like
be
that.
very...
Maybe a swimming pool would be better.
Yes, there you go. Or let's start with a jacuzzi, and then we can build our way up to a
I'm
swimming
thinking
pool.
like a kiddie pool.
Oh, yeah. Let's start there.
Lumberjack Tim said, I miss the days when I was a jobless vagabond.
Well, we're
It's
finally...
a lifestyle. If you can deal with it, then by all means.
I would not be able to handle it.
I like the security of knowing that I can pay my bills.
Yep. Yep.
Always have. I had so much time for everything I ever wanted to do. But did you have money to afford it? That's the thing.
Yeah, you usually have one of those two things and not the other.
So many more hours in the day.
Like life does that weird thing where you get one of those things and you don't ever get the other.
Oh, JP. It's a big difference, huh? JP was a jobless vagabond like 3 months ago. Now I run a poke shop and have slept. And a poke shop could also be the food, right? But we know what you're talking about. And slept like 3 hours a week. It's a rare occasion when I get more than 6 hours of sleep.
Really? No, that's a bummer.
But I also have insomnia, so that's not.
Well, yeah.
It's not
Still a
because
bummer.
I'm just that busy.
Still a bummer. I have been enjoying waking up a lot earlier lately. It's been...
I do not.
Yeah.
Slavic wants to know if you're going to OSL from the sword things, which is what they're officially called now.
The sword
I
things?
appreciate you being on board with this.
Man, that's a great question, actually. That's a thing I will look into when I'm done with everything else. I think my knee-jerk reaction is probably not. I think that will take a little bit more time and effort from this model than I really want to put into it. The other part of it is if I did really realistic OSL on it, I think it would look a little distracting. Also, if this is in a pretty light environment, that OSL is not really going to read particularly well. Because like you get more OSL, the more the darker the environment is. So like the brighter the like native environment is of where you are, the less object source lighting is going to reflect off of your model. Also, holy cow, hello Miniac. What's up, everybody?
Hello, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Thank you for the follow. MB Pro 216. Welcome.
And thank you, Miniac, for the raid.
And thank you, Miniac, for the raid. Hope you had a wonderful stream. Kenobi.
I've got 2 kinds of wet in my pants.
Rufus. I got old Kenobi over here somewhere. Here he is.
Hey, somebody likes us.
This one I did do the
Wanderlust,
OSL on.
thank you for the follow.
We got him done. Somebody was asking about
Somebody
OSL,
likes us.
or no, fluorescence.
Oh yeah, are you
yes.
going to use fluorescence?
Yes. Well, yes and no. Because some of these are going to be blue, I'm not going to use fluorescence. But we'll talk about how to get them to be nice and bright when you're not using fluorescence.
Mike, Jenny, always exciting to see if a Grievous painting project survives without accidentally
my
snapping
goodness.
one of those sabers off and sending it into the orbit.
Oh, they're so fragile. I mean, that's part of why the model was so rough to build. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, Mike. Is this model is tough to build because the connection points for the feet are super finicky. It's one of those models you have to like glue together in each individual piece and just like let it completely cure before you move on to the next one. Hot pink laser swords, Ghost Hunter. I don't know about that. I'm a traditionalist. I like to paint stuff the way that it looks in the shows and in the movies and stuff. Pink plaid. No thanks, Tim. There are perfect
Ooh, a
sewing
sewing
needles.
needle.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
See that maybe.
the tricky thing is, this is the weird thing about plastic, right? Is plastic like this is actually pretty durable from a durability perspective, while it's like in its traditionally cured state. When you break it, it infinitely becomes less durable than it was before. Like plastic will never go back to the way it was. Even if you like plastic glue on the swords back onto the other part of the sword, it will always have a weak point where it broke. Same thing is true if you were to like glue on a like brass rod or anything into this. Because there's nothing to really support it other than these little teeny tiny hands, they're just going to snap off. Or they're going to get hooked on things and not have the flexibility to move, and they're just going to break off again. Jamal's, the figure attaches to the sand with sticky tack. To have a bunch of sticky tack on the underside of it. Keep it from moving places. Thank you for the follow, Wookie Tracks.
Somebody
Thank
likes
you.
us.
Yes, sorry, JP Gray, and not being specific about it, but yes.
And welcome again, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are Monument Hobbies. We make Pro Acryl and the Go Bag Evo and Pro Sable and Pro Synthetic brushes. What else? Some tools. All kinds of good stuff that you can find on monumenthobbies.com. We also make commercials.
Oh my
Thank you,
gosh,
Game
do we make
Delay.
commercials?
So how was everything on Miniac stream today? What was going on over there?
Yeah, what was getting done?
New Year's painting?
Or perhaps some gaming even?
Oh, was it a game day or
I
a
don't
painting
know.
day?
I know he does a little bit of both.
Your Duolingo evenings have been absolutely dominated by Monument Hobbies commercials.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, we make goop
Amazing.
too. Hi, I make brush goop.
We have not hired him. We just can't get rid of him.
We can't get him to leave.
As much
He
as we would
won't
like
leave
to.
us alone.
Don Mahogany will not leave us alone.
He works with us. Yes, he is his own man, as we have established today.
What do I want to use for the highlights here? I think we're going to use a little bit of dark ivory.
Rufus, the end of an era. Some reductions in the streaming department, meaning no more gaming streams and no more Evan.
Bummer.
Evan on YouTube, okay.
Oh, got it.
Lumberjack Tim, 76-day streak on Duolingo. What language are you learning?
I need to learn Spanish. From our related conversation earlier.
Espanol.
Uh-huh. Alright. Mixing in some of that dark ivory for these highlights.
33 game delay has a 33 streak on 33 stream streak on Monument Hobbies. Why was that hard for me to say? I'm learning the language of arts. Ooh, do they have Klingon on Duolingo? That'd be fun. Ghost Hunter has a 1,028-day streak on Duolingo. That's impressive.
1,000? I speak more Spanish than Baby J. The bar is not very high, Ghost Hunter.
FN2710, who are you? I'm Guy from Midwinter Minis. I'm Jen, and that's Jordan.
Also known as Baby J.
Baby J and Jentastic. And we're Monument Hobbies. Well, we're a small portion of Monument Hobbies.
There are quite a lot of us here.
Huh?
There are quite a lot of us here.
Yeah.
Except, not really. We don't have a lot of employees. We have a few employees.
There are 18 of us.
There are, in fact, 18 of us.
17 here today.
Yes. You're missing the man, the myth, the legend.
One of the most important people.
Yes, one of them.
The man behind all of the paint and the creator of every single product that we make. Jason, Slow Fuse. Squeezle?
He's missing.
I don't understand. Might poo.
Ugh.
I hope you do. Hope it works out for you. Check the Mead Man. Why do I feel like Dawn and Percival get together to drink lousy scotch out of a plastic bottle?
Oh my gosh. Because they probably
I don't
do.
know. They might do that when no one's around.
They probably do. Those darn whippersnappers.
Oh, you transferred twice, so you got rated into Miniac and then rated into us. I gotcha.
Oh, that's funny.
I gotcha.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I feel like raids just have this gnarly tendency of always happening right at the end of streams.
We've done that. Yeah, we've definitely rated it because there's no way to know.
No,
like when you raid another streamer, you don't know that they're about to end.
I mean, unless you know what their schedule is and you just know. But
that's true.
But even then, people run a little short or they run a little long, depending, right? I think it's hilarious when it happens. Just like, oh, when we were in the middle of our outro. We're not actually in the middle of our outro. We got time left here, folks.
Yes. We are here for 25 more minutes.
You get to watch me paint some.
Did the prizes get shipped?
Some
most of them. Now, Solitaire, you are outside of the U.S., so yours is going to take a little bit longer. Just getting everything coordinated. But my goal is to have them all done this week now that we're past all the holiday stuff. Coordinating with our international partners, I didn't want to have to worry about them losing the request during their holiday break. That is General Grievous, yes.
It is. I've had this guy on my shelf for a while to paint, and I actually got a chance to play him in Shatterpoint while I was out of town, and had some fun. So I was just like, you know what? I think I need to put this guy on the docket to paint sooner rather than later. So we're going to paint him up a little bit this week. And then I think I've got some more Malifaux models that I want to paint up. Then
There's
we'll
definitely
see.
not a shortage of things to paint
Certainly
around
not.
here.
Certainly not.
Mike said, my favorite is leaving the Twitch stream running at the end of my workday and then finding out you get passed from streamer to streamer all night the next morning. So it's not like Netflix or, something where it's like, are you still watching? They check in on you.
Oh yeah. It's
You
so
binge
weird.
too long and Netflix is like, are you okay?
Yeah, do you need to go get a drink of water or something?
I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Oh my goodness. I'm kind of just pushing in these highlights here. Kind of rough blends. Not trying to be super specific about it.
Well, that's something to be proud of, Tim. Mike Montalongo, hello there to you. Happy New Year.
Hello.
T. Schmidt said, how is Shatterpoint? I've only painted some of the minis, but never played.
It's an interesting game. It's I think it's fun. It's definitely very different. The way that you interact or with models in a unit that interact with one another, like for example, you'll have two droids that are the same, like they're in the same unit, but they're also sort of treated like the same model. So you'll have like one droid that'll be on one side of the table, and it's in the same unit as the droid on the other side of the table, and you'll apply a buff to one, and it applies to both, which is a little weird. And then when one gets removed from one, it gets removed from the other, and they share a health pool. So if you like only shoot at a robot on one side of the table, and its counterpart is on the other side of the table, if it gets removed, they both get removed, which is just kind of weird. Other than that, the game is great. It's a lot of fun. It's got really cool like scenario sequencing. I think when they get more scenarios out that are a little bit more involved, I think it'll get even better. I tried out the second scenario that they put out on my trip, and it was really fun. So that was a good indication to me that I think the further ones that they do will be really fun and interesting. But it is really fun.
Mike Montalongo said, I'm going to make a TikTok this week explaining the benefits of Pro Acryl because I get asked so often. Thank you.
Nice,
But
thank
the
you.
biggest selling point is being able to come into this stream and talk to you guys. Well,
Nice.
we hope so. That's why we do it. We really want people to be able to feel free to come in and ask any questions about our products, but not just our products, just any painting or hobby tips. We have people who have a lot of information to share.
Mm-hmm. We love to impart knowledge and answer questions, have people feel like they're getting a lot out of their trip here, not only just our fun and kooky, crazy people selves that we are, because we're a bag full of crazy here sometimes.
And we thank you for saying that as well, that there's no better customer service, that that's something that is very, very important to us. So thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ghost Hunter, I think you know the answer to this. I think you've been here long enough that you know.
Last time I checked, 2079, 2078, something like that.
It was 2073, but I think I want
Tim.
to say it was Lumberjack Tim
Yeah, it
that
was
gave
Tim.
us an extra 6 years.
Yes, he did.
It said
Yep.
2079.
Yep, 2079.
Tim said it.
We're crazy all times. That is correct, Shelby. We are literally crazy all of the
Yeah,
time.
that's true. Rills Rick. How will you be painting the lightsabers? Solid color?
No, I will be doing some cool glowy lightsabers. Typically, I like to start from a white base coat and use a lot of our transparent colors to build up the lightsabers. I think I did with this guy here. I have my other Shatterpoint models still in my bag in my office. So I don't have them handy right this moment, so I can't show you any of the red lightsabers that I have. I've not done a green one yet, so that'll be a fun experience.
The Darth Vader had red, right? Is that the
Darth
same?
Vader had red, yeah.
Is that the same game?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
he gave that one away. So.
I gave that one away. We don't have that one anymore.
Millimeter Matt said, I've finally gotten around to trying out the glaze and wash medium. Excuse me. And man, is it great. It's taken all of the guesswork out of mixing glazes for me. So nice. It is, yeah.
That's the goal.
It is a really awesome product.
We don't want things to be difficult for you guys.
No.
So we do the best that we can to make it as simple as possible. Yeah.
Awesome.
Game delay.
Game delay.
Bought transparent paints from you beginning of the month. They arrived partway through and they're all over my December challenge entry. That's awesome.
Professional paint liquor, as much as I would say that tartar sauce does not have a good taste, we don't put any flavoring that is food related in any of our products because our paints are not meant to be eaten.
Correct. Just the donkey butt flavor. Which is gross and you don't want it.
Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint. It is not fit for consumption.
We don't say don't eat your greens if we're talking about vegetables. Please eat your vegetables.
Vegetables
don't eat
are
the
good.
paint.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So, because of scheduling, while I was on my trip, there was a day where I went to have dumplings at a nice dumpling restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also went, which is like a big meal. That's like you share like a bunch of dumplings with a few people and you end up overeating and it's crazy. You eat a lot of food. So I did that, which was delicious. And then I also had all you can eat sushi planned for dinner. And we couldn't reschedule either of the two things. So I ended up having to eat a bunch of dumplings for lunch and then eating a ton of sushi for dinner. And let's just say, when I woke up in the morning, I felt very sick because I ate way too much. And two, I was like, I need to eat vegetables. I think I literally went out in the morning and went to the grocery store and bought a banana.
Yeah.
I was like, I need healthy food. And then I proceeded to like not eat anything for the next day. Other than like that banana.
That doesn't sound fun to me at all. But I also don't like sushi.
That's a bummer. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not liking sushi. Although I did find out I know that there are sushi places around here, but I also just realized when I was traveling that there is my favorite sushi restaurant 10 minutes away from my house.
I think we took Maddie to there.
Trappers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah, she
Yeah.
said it was. I think she said it was as good as it is in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not realize that
Yeah,
that was.
we went there well, for her 60-day review. So October sometime, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I had known that place was there,
It's
I
kind
definitely
of a
would have
pain
gone
because
there.
it's downtown. So
Yeah, how hard is it to get into?
the parking was a little bit of a pain just because
Yeah.
it's like on a one-way street and you garage and then walk.
Oh, okay.
So it's like figuring out where to park and then walking and then remembering how to get back to your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great, not horrible.
It's downtown, so I mean it's
It's downtown stuff.
yeah.
Awkwardish. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Dead Fire Soul, thank you for the follow.
I'm using a little bit of transparent black here, and I'm gonna mix some glaze and wash into it. Oop, that's the wrong bottle of glaze and wash medium. That's gloss varnish. We don't want to use that. There we go. None of my stuff is in the right spot.
That's what happens when you leave. It's
Makes
your
me-
consequence.
This is what you get for
That's
leaving,
what you
Jordan.
get.
You're not allowed to do this anymore
Well,
because
you
this is
can-
what's
you
going to happen
can.
to you.
You're welcome to leave. You just need to understand that when you come back, things might not be in the same place you left them.
I bet Jason's stuff is always in the same place when he gets back.
I mean, you can go move stuff and see what happens.
Done. Ah!
Can't believe the snow globe thing actually worked.
Oh my gosh, I haven't looked
See
yet.
it
I have to go look at it.
tomorrow. Or no, Thursday.
Thursday.
Tomorrow's
Thursday.
only Wednesday.
All right. So black
See?
transparent
Tim knows.
and glaze and wash medium. We're darkening up the cape. We brought it up with highlights and we're bringing it back down with this glaze.
T. Schmid said, as of today, I have adhered to my resolution of not buying minis while the backlog is large. Not sure how long that'll last now that AMG is releasing more X-Men for MCP.
Oh, did they announce more X-Men for MCP? That's pretty cool.
But you got to take it one day at a time, and you've already gotten 2 days. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not one for resolutions. They don't really work great for me.
I think we were talking about that most people give up on their resolutions within like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty common, I think.
Oh, Jabe said I almost wrapped all your stuff for you to unwrap today. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Hmm?
Let's save that for the next time.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about. So I gotta.
T. Schmidt said Bishop, Nightcrawler, Professor X, and Shadow King are the ones I've seen today.
Oh, dang. Okay. That's cool.
They announced them at Adepticon, said Lumberjack Tim. January 12th is Quitter's Day.
Just Quitter's Day?
That's the day that everybody gives up on their resolution,
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
You don't feel bad about it. Everybody else is quitting. It's Quitter's Day. Resolutions to keep getting swole.
I'm just
Hit that
gonna
gym,
be
bro.
going to the gym.
Has that place opened?
Yeah.
Oh, have you
Yeah.
gone?
No, but Phil and I are planning on going tomorrow.
Nice.
I told him before I left, I was like, look, all right, we gotta start going to this place. It's like, I know it's been a crazy December.
Yes.
And it was very busy.
We're past all that.
But yeah, now that I'm back from vacation, I do want to go. So.
Mad Smoke, hello. Welcome in. Happy New Year.
The only bummer part of this whole thing is that I did something to my back while I was sleeping last night. And it's a little sore, which is not great.
Take it off. Move around.
That's
Don't let it
good.
fester.
No, I'm moving around. It's fine. It was just like during the middle of the day today, I was just like, oh my gosh, why does my back hurt so much? It's weird. But it's probably because I got in at 10 o'clock last night. Not going to be making that mistake again. That was way too late to fly in.
Mad Smoke, I don't understand.
Hello there.
I did the setup and was not happy with the response.
Did the setup?
I don't know.
What
I don't
setup?
Understand.
Baby J already painted Iceman.
That's a good one. Nick Pie, that's a good resolution. Hello there. I said hello.
Oh,
Was I supposed to say something specific in response to hello
my
there?
guess is it's a Star Wars reference.
Oh,
Hello
see?
there.
I'm not the one. I called those things little swords. People got mad.
People got mad.
I'm gonna stay out of it. We'll let Jordan respond to that.
General Kenobi. Hello there. Good
Hoosiers,
old-
hello.
Good old Star Wars. What an interesting trip through life you've gone. Pardon me, I'm not a super big Star Wars nerd. Not super big Star Wars nerd.
I just heard Shelby say General
Oh,
Kenobi in the other room.
I
It was spot
remember.
on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched that movie, okay? It's been a while. He does. Yeah, I forgot that he said the line.
I don't need Don Mahogany's course for that. I've always been my own woman.
Hey, somebody
Follow
likes
Ricardo
us.
Diaz 999. Thank you for the follow.
That was a quick read that you got there to know that said Paulo. I don't even know, Cardo Diaz.
Paulo Ricardo Diaz. Yeah.
When I see that many letters together, I have to like really look at it
I
carefully.
did look at it
Somebody
for a
likes
second
us.
before I said it
Oh,
to make
okay.
sure that I read it right. And thank you for the follow, Matt Smoke.
Jade, you've been riding this entire time? How long is that? I get winded
my
after
goodness.
15. I've been doing the Peloton the past couple days, and I get tired after 15 minutes.
Jen.
It's hard.
Well, hold on. I'm about to go to the gym tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk about how that experience is on Thursday.
Okay, tell me how much time you can spend on the bike. 50 minutes, Jade, that's amazing.
I also haven't been walking a ton because I screwed up my foot and I couldn't walk for a while, which I'm looking forward to starting to do again. Although I am certainly taking the next couple of days and just relaxing at home because I have spent a whole lot of time around people and I'm looking forward to having peace and quiet.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 90 minutes. Now, do you do like intervals or do you do just kind of like a flat
Consistent.
ride? Because that's what gets me is the
The
on
interval
Peloton,
stuff?
they're like yelling at you like, all right, increase the resistance and up your cadence. And
Whew.
I'm like,
Yeah, that stuff just kills me.
it feels great, but I get tired.
Chuck's not done yet.
Oh. Did you start at the same time? Is yours longer?
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome, you guys. Has workouts or you can free ride.
It's a long time.
Long ride.
This is a long time to be sitting on a bike. All right, this cloak is looking good. It's still drying.
Race partners, challenges, and races.
I think. Do I want to start doing the armor plates now?
So
Might.
the
Although
Peloton
we have 5
has
minutes.
like instructors, and they have a course like a class plan where it like you can see it ahead of time. You can go in and see the metrics and things like that. And then they also so they also have a thing called Peloton has a thing called Lane Break, which is like a video game, and that's the one I've been really into lately because it's fun. Jason, I was like trying to get Jason to try it. I'm like, it's like a game. It's really fun. And
He was not convinced.
well, he's like, it's fine, but it's too like 80s
oh,
synthwave kind of like
sure.
because it's like neon-y looking.
and he really doesn't like synthwave
he does not
stuff.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
That is not a Jason thing.
I like it, but
All right, so
geez, Tim, that's crazy. You guys, I'm like so impressed by all of you. I used to ride a BMX bike 2 hours to work with a backpack full of tools on my back
oh my gosh,
in the Carney days. Jason is definitely too punk rock for that.
too punk rock for that. That's
Acryl
funny.
is available on Amazon. We
What is?
prefer people to buy it directly from us, but it is available on Amazon.
We
I
ship
thought
really
15
fast though,
minutes
so if you're worried about the
Riding
shipping,
my bike
speed.
15 minutes was a hike, exactly. But yes, Mad Smoke, all of the UK Amazon probably not. No. I wouldn't even know how to do that. But we do have there are stores in the UK that carry our products.
Yeah, you
So
might just
Element
be able
Game,
to find.
I just put the link up to our store locator. You can type in your postcode and see if there's anyone close to you. If you don't find anyone like within, a reasonable distance that you could go there, Element Games is our main distributor in the UK, and they should have the the most availability of product.
They get all sorts of stuff from us.
Did everything.
I also
everything
sent
that
them
they
a
order.
huge shipment of stuff not too long ago, yeah?
We did.
So chances might be pretty good that they've got what you're looking for.
Not yet, probably.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they
well,
probably
yeah,
has
I
not
suppose it
reached
may
them
not be
yet.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think it's gotten to them yet.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, on Discord, people are talking about seeing, like, January 19th as the date for Noosh and Fluorescence.
Oh, okay.
So, Mad Smoke, yeah, check check what... I'm going to say that if you're interested in the products, try Element Games. A lot of times people will want to, if they don't find a store that they can walk into physically internationally, they want to just buy it directly from us. And that's not the best way to go. Just because shipping will be really expensive for you.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time sometimes.
Yeah. We do our best to make sure it is as accessible as possible
Yeah.
to as many people as possible. We do not like having our customers be unable to find our products.
Yeah, but
It's
Element gets
not great
stuff out really quick.
to do.
I've asked them to send things and people have gotten it like the same day.
Oh my gosh!
I don't
really?
know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
But yeah, we had someone who won. I think someone who won a go bag,
Oh wow!
and Element had it out, and the guy's like, "I got it already." Crazy.
Yeah, did you send you're like, hey, they sent it out today. You should get a tracking number. And they're like, well, I already got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I'm like, okay.
No, but I think I asked Harry. I'm like, oh my god, that was so quick. How'd you do that? He's like, yeah, there's certain things that can get out the same day.
That's crazy.
That's impressive.
I mean,
Ooh,
part
it's
of
3:58.
Oh my gosh, is it really?
I'm gonna go lock up real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Looks like y'all get us for a couple more minutes. Well, you get me for a couple more minutes while Jen's closing up the rest of the office. I am just using a little bit of... It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably can better than what I can see on my side here. But I'm using a little bit of neutral gray with some black transparent to paint the undersides or all the like inner armor or the inner like robotic pieces for Grievous here, because I want to get those done first before I paint all of the rest of his armor, which will be tomorrow, obviously, because we're about to close up for the night. Baby J has to stream until he pays back his PTO. But it's good to be back, you guys. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, except for when I've got to step away for LVO here in another couple of weeks. That will be much lesser amount of time. Won't be gone for quite as long. I think we'll leave on a Thursday morning, so you'll be without me here for probably, 2-3 days maybe at the most, instead of 12 or however long I was gone this time. It felt so long, chat. It felt so long. Mostly doing edge highlights on this because I want this to read like really dark metal, and I don't want to bring a whole bunch of brightness to it. Might even hit it with another glaze of black transparent afterwards, depending on how it all looks. This part, it looks like, is supposed to be dark as well. I'm just using the edge of the brush to catch those sharp edges. We are... Oh, this is actually almost done. That's pretty fast. Didn't take very long. That was fast.
Well, Phil had already locked the door.
Okay, I was like, did you run?
Oh.
All right, folks. That's it for the evening. We got a decent amount of stuff done on Grievous here. His cloak is pretty much done inside and out, which is nice. Remember, this is only to about 80%. We're going to go back and touch it up a little bit once we get a little bit more of this model painted. But I'm feeling pretty good about where we're getting to so far. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll start working on all of his actual armor plating. And really make the model sort of kind of come to life. And then we'll paint the lightsabers after that. Jen has been so kind to throw in all of the links. We've got the store link out there where you guys can pick up and purchase all of our fantastic and amazing paints that we were using here on stream for Acryl. We are Monument Hobbies, and we make all of this stuff in-house here in Arizona. So you can get it from us directly through the store link. If you want to support your local game store, if you're out of the country and it's a little bit more difficult for you to order stuff directly from us, you can check out the FLGS link, which Jen has also put through.
That's also if you want to see if there's a store in your neighborhood or in your local area, not just for international stores.
Yeah. If you just want to support your local stores, because a lot of us like to just shop at our local stores to support them, which is great. It's one of the benefits of having those stores around. Yeah, check it out there. You can look through, just type in your city and you'll find it'll pull up everything that's close to you. And then make sure that you check out the Discord. Discord is going to be a fantastic place for all of you guys to come and hang out and just talk shop, painting, nerd stuff, books. We have all of our Discord challenges on our Discord as well. We are going to be doing our Discord review again on Thursday for December, and we have a new one that's going up tomorrow morning. So if you want to check out more about that, follow the link, get signed up on the Discord, and see that tomorrow. We also have all of our YouTube content, so all of our shorts, all of our long form and kind of medium form videos, like for tutorials and things like that. We also have all of the VODs for the stream. So if you didn't get a chance to catch up on some of the older streams that you want to find out, or that you want to catch up on and watch, everything that is not available through Twitch goes onto YouTube, typically with a delay of 3 to 4 days maybe. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you all of the raiders who stuck around. You guys are awesome.
Lumberjack Tim, but look where it got us. He's sick. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna end on time or close to it, so that we stay healthy. We don't want to overdo or overexert Baby J. We need him back tomorrow.
We're going to find somebody to raid you guys, so hang out and give a little bit of love into the chat that we go join.
Next level painting.
This will be next level painting. And we will see you guys all tomorrow for more stream goodness.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.